the fuck did this crushed egg that fell partly onto the ground in Ulta's hand turn into a perfect egg sitting on this plate? Unless they got a secret chef in the back that's part-time magician. Yo, what is up, you guys? Hope y'all have been partying like every day's your birthday, cause today we got something special, an anime movie. Bubbles. This anime story is about a weather phenomenon that happened, causing bubbles to appear around the world. Suddenly, an explosion happened in the middle of Japan, and while all the other bubbles in the world went away, a bubble dome formed around Japan, and inside the bubbles stayed along with a few other phenomenons. The main character, Hibiki, who is an absolute savage on his parkour team, went to this mysterious tower he was hearing songs from in the middle of this city, and ended up meeting the other main character, Uta, a girl who came out of nowhere. They slowly start to get close and come out of their shells. Uta teaches Hibiki to be nicer and more outgoing, and with Hibiki around, Uta starts to learn how to be human in this insane world inside the bubble dome, which comes with floating objects in the sky and vortexes that will suck you in if you get too close. And of course, a lot of bubbles. Welt Studio did a beautiful job with the animation of this movie. I was starstruck with how many alluring scenes they showed with the night sky, food, weather, the characters, and much, much more. You could tell they did not hold back when it comes to the animation budget, and they spent countless hours to make sure this world and their characters in it is top tier. The soundtrack was you know what I'm saying? It wasn't too bad. There was some little catchy songs in there, but it wasn't my go-to. You know, it wouldn't be my go-to soundtrack, but it wasn't too bad. But as good as the animation was, this movie was kinda confusing for me and didn't make sense at times. Also, I feel like it had a couple of holes in the story. I was forced to rewatch the movie to make sure I wasn't just tripping and missing some important things, but when I watched it the second time, I still came out short with some unanswered questions. Like, where did the bubbles come from? I know from Ulta, but where did she come from? Jit just spawned in out of nowhere one day. Why does Ulta only turn to bubbles when she touches Hibiki? Why does she act like a cat in the beginning of the show? Why does gravity affect all these cars and rocks and all this stuff, but it doesn't affect any of the humans inside the bubble? How the fuck did this crushed egg that fell partly onto the ground in Ulta's hand turn into a perfect egg sitting on this plate? Unless they got a secret chef in the back that's part-time magician. Why did no one say anything about this bit Ulta not having an arm anymore? She armless. And there's a few more things. When I watch a movie, yes, there should definitely be some things that make you think, but there are also things that have to stand out and be very clear to the viewer. And when I finished the movie the second time watching, I just got the feeling I was missing some stuff and it had been incomplete. If I had to rate this anime, I would break it up into a couple of categories. For animation out of 3, I would give it a solid 2.9. Only reason it's not a 3 is because there was 2 scenes, just small little things. This dude running, it just kind of didn't look too fluent. And when Uta was singing some song, her mouth wasn't lined up. It just looked a little weird to me. But overall, they did a spectacular job on the animation part. For the actual story of the show, out of 4, I would have to go with a 1 out of 4. I just didn't really get this story. It wasn't my cup of tea. I felt like there was a couple of holes in it, and it just wasn't for me at the end of the day. When it comes to the characters out of 2, I would have to give it a 0.8. I just didn't really connect with any of the characters on a super hard level and fall in love with any of them. Pause on that. And lastly, the music out of 1, I would give it a 0.5. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad, you know? It's not something I would just start bumping in my car listening to all day, but I was vibing, you know, a little bit while watching the show, so I'm going to throw in a 0.5 for that one. If you add up all those scores together, you will get a 5.2, and that is what I would rate this anime movie. If you're really into anime scenery and artwork, I would 100% recommend this anime movie. But if you're more into the storyline of the movie, this probably wouldn't be something I would put at the front of your list. This show had its highs and lows, but overall, it just wasn't my cup of tea. But hey, I hope you guys still enjoyed this quick little review. If you have seen the movie Bubbles, let me know what you guys think about the movie. And don't come for my neck if we have a difference of opinion. We can agree to disagree, my sir. Make sure you guys do like and subscribe if you are new to the crew, because we are going to be having a lot of stuff coming to this channel this year, and I would love to see you guys tune on by. But if not, I still hope you are partying like every day is your birthday, man. Deuces.